In this video, I chased the sunset while driving west on I-10 from Mobile to Biloxi. Alright, so having a sunset in this video is kind of a perfect setting for what I'm about to talk to you briefly about in this video, because when this video goes public, I will have been free from my job for about a week. That is right, I quit my full-time job and I am now a full-time YouTuber, and I feel really lucky to be able to do this, to be able to travel around the country, make videos, and be my own boss, so to say. It is such a great feeling. It's really a credit to all of you who have watched my videos over the last couple of years and helped my channel grow, destroying the algorithm with the likes, with the comments. I cannot thank you guys enough, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. Without an audience, I wouldn't be able to do this, so it's definitely a credit to all of you who watch. And it's funny because if you were to ask me 5 years ago if I were to be a business owner, because that's what this is. It doesn't always seem like it, but that's exactly what this is. You're a business owner. You're running your own show. You're doing your own thing. You're wearing all the hats. You know, some of these YouTubers out here, they have staff members. They have 4 or 5 employees, but not me. I'm running the show, and I plan on doing it this way at least for a long time. We'll see what happens down the road, but you know, if you were to ask me if I was going to be a business owner 5 years ago, I would have said no way. No way in hell am I ever doing that, because it just seems way too stressful. It seems like I would be lost, wouldn't know what I was doing, and it's funny because that's been the case the last couple of years. I have been sort of lost, not knowing what I'm doing when it comes to the business aspect of things. But I have learned a lot in the last couple of years, and I'm now at a point to where I can just do this for a living, and it's really incredible because, you know, YouTube, it seems like a shot in the dark. It seems like if you're going to start this venture of being a YouTuber, that you have to be really lucky, but that's not necessarily the case. Yeah, you do have to have a little bit of luck, and for the most part, I don't think I've had that luck, and I say that because I don't even have a single video of over 1 million views, and I'm seeing all of these other videos on, you know, the same genre of video that I make, you know, travel, geography, and I think a lot of the videos out there on this platform are really crappy videos, yet somehow they are able to get over 1 million views. It blows my mind. So I'm not saying that out of bitterness. I'm not saying that because I, you know, am jealous or envious of those other YouTubers or those videos that are awful, that just seemingly, you know, trigger the algorithm and get 1 million views. I'm just saying that I don't think I've hit that luck yet. And if I ever do hit that luck, I can only imagine how well my channel will do if I do, because I've been growing this very slowly over the last couple of years, and I don't make videos on viral topics necessarily all the time, but I have a strategy in place to, you know, put together some more popular topics while continuing to make all types of videos that I want to make, which is why I have this second channel. That's part of it, so that I can grow my main channel, because this is going to be what I'm doing for a living, so I have to treat it like a business, right? So a lot of people have been asking why I have started this second channel. That right there explains a good portion of it. Well, anyway, it's funny that a lot of the videos that do well in my category, my topic, are videos on bad places, because when I talk about this with people in my personal life, my friends, family, they always want to throw out suggestions of places to go make a video. And it's these amazing little tourist towns, you know, places like that. Or taking a stroll through a certain area during the fall or something like that. But it's really the bad parts of cities that get a great amount of views. I only have 2 videos, I think, that are on like good places that have over 100,000 views. So that's just how it is. And I don't want to just make videos on bad places. I want to make videos on all types of places. You know, when I was growing up, traveling was one of the things that I wanted to do. When I grew up, I wanted to travel. I wanted to see at least the entire country. I'm very fascinated with the United States. I just am. I think that road tripping and being in the car, just pointlessly going to some random small town in the middle of nowhere is one of the most exciting things. I just do, and maybe I'm one of the few that are like that, but it's likely that a lot of you who are watching this video have that same type of excitement, otherwise you wouldn't be watching my channel. So once again, thank you guys for just watching, subscribing, liking the videos, everything that you do. Couldn't do this without you. So thank you for letting me show you the country and take you on the journey with me, so to say. But anyway, it's just crazy. I quit my job, which was in radio. That was the career path that I chose from an early age, because along with traveling, I've mentioned this throughout some of my videos already, I really enjoy sports. Sports was a huge source of entertainment for me growing up, and it still is today. Not as much as it used to be though, but I think that's the situation with a lot of people. As they grow older, they kind of lose that desirement to watch sports, and they have a life. You know, they grow up, they become an adult, they get married, they have kids. I don't have any kids yet, but I plan on having them. I am married, and you know, work gets in the way, my work being this now, and I truly enjoy this more than anything. I did think about having a sports talk YouTube channel or something like that, but that is just such an oversaturated topic on not just YouTube, but across all media platforms, that I didn't think I had a chance. Now that, you definitely need to have luck when it comes to that. You need to be good, you need to be entertaining, you need to know what you're talking about on all levels of all sports, but you also need to be extremely lucky. Unlike with this, I felt like if I were to do a travel YouTube channel, that if I just worked hard at it over the course of time, that things would pay off, and that they have. And it's just a very sweet feeling to be able to say that this is what I do for a living now. Don't have a second job on the side. Don't have a full-time job to help me support doing this anymore. I am doing just this. And over the last 2 years, I can't tell you how stressful it's been to work a full-time job and do this, because there was a lot of weekends over the last 2 years where I would get a rental car from a place nearby and drive to the middle of nowhere in Illinois or northern Michigan and drive for 16 hours a day. So Saturday I drive for 16 hours, and then Sunday I drive for 16 hours, and then I come home and I am just exhausted. And then I have to go right back to work, because that's what my weekend was. And then not only do I have to go back to work, working the full, 8-hour workday from Monday through Friday, but on top of that, spend an extra couple of hours before my workday and after my workday putting together videos so that I can consistently have videos being uploaded to YouTube, so that I can give myself a real shot at being able to do this full time one day. And not complaining about that, by the way. I know that there's a lot of you just ready to jump into the comments saying,
how are you gonna complain? You get to do this for a living.
No, I'm not complaining, all right? More so just trying to illustrate, for those who are curious, how much work this has been. Like for this trip right here, by the way, I drove around the entire city of Flint the 2 days before driving all the way down to New Orleans, so the Saturday and Sunday before the Monday that I drove down to New Orleans, I drove around the entire city of Flint. You can say that I drove for about 13 hours both of those days. And then I drive this, which took about, well, I drove down to Indianapolis, which was a 4.5 hour drive, and then I drove down to New Orleans, which was a 15-hour drive from there when it was all said and done. And then on top of that, I drove around the entire city of New Orleans the following Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then I drove all the way back to Indianapolis only to drive back to Michigan. And I shared an Instagram post. I think it was like 83 hours of driving within a week time frame. So that's pretty crazy. Especially when you have to go right back to work at your full-time job as soon as you get back home. You don't get any time to rest, relax. It's madness, but not complaining. I can guarantee you that. You know, I would put all this work into all of the videos, but I wouldn't get paid that much back in return. So it was like being a waiter at a restaurant, but not receiving the tips, because I wasn't making much at all off of the YouTube videos. But I am now, and hard work has definitely paid off. My vision for this thing is it's turning out to be exactly what I thought it would be. But once again, you know, I can't thank you guys enough for watching, for supporting, for liking the videos, for commenting, for interacting, helping destroy the algorithm, because that's where all of the work really comes in. It's from all of you who show interest in my work. I cannot thank you enough. But once again, also, just cannot explain how great it feels to not be at a company's mercy. Most of you know I was furloughed for 6 months back in 2020 during the pandemic, and it put a chip on my shoulder, a chip that was already on my shoulder, I should say, just grew like 6 times larger. I've always known this about myself. I've always been someone who has wanted to work hard, and this has given me an outlet to do just that, work hard. But that is my announcement. I am now a full-time YouTuber, and I no longer work your typical 9-to-5. With that said, this is the end of the video, and we'll see you next time. Peace.